Another video about the Iron Man rework. Yes, well, a kind of like a champion reveal look over, but also gameplay footage. So something that's come out since I posted that video is that we've seen a gameplay snippet that's going to be in the champion deep dive that's going to be at the weekend, whether or not it's Saturday or Sunday. We're going to have a look into that. And so this is great, by the way. I'm really happy that Kabam are doing a month where they're buffing an old champion and making a big song and dance about it. Now, here's the thing. Is it kind of like good or bad from a business sense? Not really. You know, some people may say, oh, Kabam are not putting in a new champion. That means they're not going to make any money this month. Well, here's the thing. There's something called featured Paragon crystals. And of course, you'll be spending, or whales will be spending on it. So look, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue for Kabam. It's good news for the player base, but also Kabam will still make money from Paragon featured. That's just how it'll work for Iron Man. Not just Gladiator, but Iron Man as well, because people will be like, oh, I don't have the 7-star version and he's really powerful now. But in any case, we've got to get into the video. We've got to look into some stuff. The first thing that I want to do is I do want to watch, because I haven't seen this yet, is the trailer or the reveal. Sorry, this is an amazing reveal. I want to give props to Kabam for doing a really decent job with this. They got a good voice actor. I don't know if it's like a consistent with the Iron Man universe for voice acting. Of course, it can't be Robert Downey Jr., but I think it's just going to be like one that's kind of known for stuff. But in any case, like, first of all, Gladiator looks amazing. I love that as an SP1. Here's the SP2 of Gladiator again. Just fantastic. We don't know abilities just yet. We will learn that over the weekend. So in the weekend, we'll have a look. Oh, that SP3 is amazing. Look at that. That is just phenomenal. Just having like you punch someone, but that SP3 animation, just brilliant. But when it comes to Iron Man, this is what is pretty exciting as well. A new model, a new rendering, an upgrade. This is referred to as the Mark III in game, but it's very much kind of a case that the model has been polished and looks very much like standard Iron Man, like the film version, the 2008 kind of film version. Just looks sick. You know, I think Kabam did a fantastic job. The SP1 Unibeam, again, great, nice snappy little animations there. The SP2, smart missiles. Magic missile, it looks great. I love that. SP3, micro missile barrage. Again, just another fantastic just touch up with the animation. Yeah, good. You know, cool guys don't look at explosions. Just pretty amazing. Like Kabam, as I said, did a brilliant job with that one. I'm really excited to see what what both champions do. But as I said, we've got some gameplay footage to look over. Have we? Yes, we do. So you're going to see on screen in a moment. Right now, even I'm going to probably put it on a loop, and that is this footage right here. It's an Iron Man taking down Sauron. So you'll be able to see just like the massive ramp up of damage, just cooking it into the face. The champion has some really kind of cool stuff. As we saw in the abilities, we're going to look at Cat Murdock's infographic in a minute, which is a bit better than the version that I did, but I didn't have access to that before making a video. But here's the thing. This snippet of champion rotation right here, or kind of like champion just doing kind of damage, is a 7-star awakened version, and it's just really nice. As soon as you got first SP1, it's a good amount of damage right there. Got your armor breaks in, so able to do some damage. I think this is the point of the champion's got arc reactor on, because then damage ramp up is just so extensive. And just look at it, just like SP1 rotation, it's just like 31 hits. That 7-star, and it just completely obliterates. It just completely obliterates that Sauron. It's really nice. Let's watch it one last time before we switch to the infographic. But yeah, like, it's just dealing with a lot of the prowess-based, mutant-based champions that the champion is good at in any case. You can see there, stripping down to 2 prowess from the prowess volume that the champion had. And with 2 SP1s, it's enough. You can be as aggressive as possible, and that 2 SP1s is just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic to see the Iron Man doing something. OG Iron Man actually doing something. It is such a great sight to behold. So let's go over the infographic. This is done by Cat Murdock. Link to Cat Murdock's stuff is in the description down below. Please support Cat Murdock and the amazing work she does. So there's some stuff. Of course, we went over this earlier in the video, but we didn't have anything kind of like gameplay visual wise to look over, and especially we didn't have the champion reveal. Now, here's the thing. As I said, I'm still not happy about the once per quest element to this under 15% gain, regeneration. But sustainability is something that I think is going to be less important about this champion. It's more about front end damage. And let's face it, if you're going to something like incursions, this could be a champion that very much interests you as a player. Maybe, we're theorizing a lot of stuff here, theory crafting, but could be a good option. And as well, when it comes to abilities, as I said, block unblockables, specials from mutants, which is going to be very important to suppress the likes of Sauron. If you aren't good at the SP2 evading for Bishop and the champion has, you've messed up, basically. If you've messed up against Bishop, you want to be able to kind of like go, okay, if we're going to a block stance, I'm going to block that when he's, fully kind of charged up. He's going to go unblockable. Unblockable SP2. Oh dear. But I'm using Iron Man. That's fine. Hit off a block. You can block unblockable. Brilliant. And there's a lot of other mutants that do unblockable based special attacks that this is going to be good to counter with. I think as well, block proficiency is going to be a big thing about this champion, but as well with armor, you want to armor break. So, champions to kind of take on are going to be relatively helpful. And I'm not sure as well whether or not people were going to pair like synergy wise. We did talk about this. The champions like Iron Man, stacking at Spider-Man, Hulkbuster, getting special damage. Is it going to be a case you're going to maximize that to have like some of the biggest special attacks known to man or woman? But look, it's just going to be very impressive. I'm very much looking forward to this champion. I think the way the Kabam have approached this is indeed giving something. Is going from like a complete dud to stud type kind of way of looking at it, and I'm all up for that. I'm all up for that. That's going to be pretty cool to see the likes of this OG Iron Man, which I've had as a 6-star right here, doing nothing, and looking to take him up further. By the way, the old model was in game. It is next Monday. I believe it's next Monday when you get the update, and you should be able to play him. That's how I think that it's kind of like all centered around that as a date. In any case, I don't want to repeat old ground with stuff, but there's a lot of things when it comes to utility this champion is going to be very helpful for. Imagine if there was like an extra bit of utility, like he was able to deal with miss or evade or something like that, but that'd be asking a bit too much. This champion seems to be like a front end for damage, as we can see by Arc Reactor, getting those additional amount. I think if you get this champion if you get buff cornucopia, also I'd love to see how Arc Overload, I think it is Arc Overload, the once per quest kind of Arc Overload ability of the armor upgrade. Like, I wonder how that works from a incursion perspective. Is an incursion room treated as a quest? Possibly. That will be interesting, because if you use that, you get buff cornucopia, you set the champion up with something where he's able to get theoretical armor buffs, or something that links in with another kind of a cross-fight, pre-fight type thing. And as well have something like, I think there's a hack, isn't there? Not Toxic Advance. There's something that gives you an armor buff. Imagine if that interacts. That could be very, very potent and very, very kind of important to this champion kind of going forward. So yeah, there's so many possibilities for this champion, and I'm there for it. But as I said, we've seen plenty of information from this one. I've done a video on this. I don't want to repeat old ground with it. But yes, it's good to see some gameplay footage, and also the champion reveal. Of course, I would be remiss without mentioning Gladiator and how good Gladiator looks. It's just a fantastic looking champion. I know a lot of people will question about this kind of cosmic element that we have with the game. It's tough because before Hercules, Gladiator was a champion I actually wanted in the game. Hercules, yeah, it is what it is, but look, this is a character I personally liked, and I'm wondering how this kind of confidence element to build will actually be when we see the abilities drop at the weekend. So yeah, animations wise, the champion looks amazing. Of course it does, and especially when it comes to OG Iron Man's version, the new version, and the new animations, they look amazing as well. And Kabam have done a fantastic job in revealing and just letting us know that this is hopefully a new cadence to the future. I hope Kabam consider continuing this into the future to have one new champion and one buff old champion, because it means that that could be 12 new buff champions a year. And that's great, because all you need to do is like just, well, they've got the model, so they don't need to remodel the champion because the model's there. The hard work will be putting together the abilities. And imagine what that does for the community if Kabam are able to facilitate that moving forward. So, well, I don't want to say this is going to be a one and done, one-off month, but fingers crossed. I'm hoping Kabam kind of like learn from this and go, do you know what? Superior Iron Man next, Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, maybe some other champions. But we'll have to see how the future kind of pans out. In any case, check out some other content located on screen right now. And that's it. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody. Cheers.